Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome into the Real Monica Adams Show. We're mobile. We are down in our gym, and I know a lot of you may have come downstairs or in the closet with the crazy storms. In fact, I still hear the thunder out there this morning. As you're signing on this morning, let me know if you have any damage at your house. A friend of mine that I just personal trained said that there was a dock that was literally swept and pulled in at Rain Tree Plantation. Evidently, she posted on her Facebook page about that. So I hope you don't have a lot of damage today. I was seeing around our country that there was a farm that was like 120 something years old that was damaged. People down in Peevely were talking about some problems that they had. So it was far reaching. Yes, we needed that rain. And yes, we needed some of the storms to pull through with regards to how crunchy the grass is. But we never want damage to anybody. So I hope that you don't have any. Let me know. We're going to give you a little bit to sign on. Remember to always share, like, follow our live stream. Today's a Wednesday. And so a lot of times we get a chance to mix in the wellness side of it, right? The workout, the wellness Wednesdays. Now I'm going to show you some moves today that are more considered compound movements. What does that mean? There are multiple things going on at once where we can get the most bang for our buck. That's what I want to give you today, right? We're in a world where we're having to pay so much out at the gas station, at the grocery store. I want you to have everything that you can and not have to pay a lot for it. You're getting this for free today, free advice, free workout Wednesday from yours truly. So if you're going to do it, let me know and I will give you the idea of what kind of weight you should be using, how many repetitions we will do. Remember, anytime we do a Fitness Friday or a Workout Wednesday, can't stress it enough. This is the disclaimer. You know you as far as injuries and illnesses. If you are under the care of a doctor, please make sure that your doctor says it's okay for you to do some of these moves. If not, then go ahead and hang on to this and save it for another day. We're also going to talk about something exciting that my team had a chance to go and cover yesterday. I previewed it in the news yesterday morning, the new Adaptive Sports Complex that opened up at the YMCA right there off of South Fork and Tesson Ferry. For those of you that drive in South County, you probably saw that it was being built over the last several months. Well, they had the big ribbon cutting yesterday, and my team, Michelle and Ashlyn, went over there, and I want to thank them because it was a hot one yesterday, 103 degrees. That was the official high. Can you believe that's what we hit? So much cooler today, which is great news. In fact, let me go ahead and give you the weather. This is a 7-day forecast. Not as humid today. As you can see, 88 degrees for your high. Much cooler today as the rain chances start to diminish off. Some of you, as I mentioned, still have some thunder around. If you still have rain, let us know where you are. It's going to be 72 for a low tonight, so it looks like it's going to be nice. A slight chance of rain and storms as we go into Friday, 91 for the high. And then Saturday, we have a 40% chance of rain and storms with a high of 93. Sunday, 86. That looks fantastic. I would use that as your pick day of the weekend. 89 on Monday. Tuesday will be 97. As far as the forecast for today, again, that rain starting to move out. Your high today will be 86, and there are AM storms still very muggy. Again, 86 for today, but then as you get into the rest of the forecast for the rest of the week, again, 88, and then into the low 90s. Nice to not be seeing the oppressive 100 degrees or even above 100 degrees. It's 7:04. If you're just tuning in, where are you watching from? We're on multiple platforms, Facebook, on YouTube, on X, on Rumble, on Instagram. Let me know where you're watching from. And then again, if you want to do today's workout, let me know so I can tell you what dumbbells or what weight you might want to grab. So we're going to do a little workout Wednesday. You can save it, or I can just talk you through some of the moves. Also want to update you on some news. First of all, those of you that take melatonin, you know that it's obviously to help you from a sleep aid standpoint. But there's some news right now that melatonin supplements may reduce the risk of developing age-related macular degeneration. This coming out in the news this morning. The most common cause of severe vision loss in those over the age of 50. Researchers have actually uncovered this link after analyzing electronic medical records gathered between 2008 and 2023 from patients in the United States. Obviously, further study is going to continue, but according to the study, again, melatonin supplements may help reduce the risk of developing age-related macular degeneration. How many of you actually take melatonin? Does it help you with your sleep? Interact with me today. I wish we were all here in front of me where I could actually hear you, but that's your way of responding back, is by typing. Does it help you sleep? Because I've had a lot of people say that they take melatonin and they just feel like a zombie the next morning. Other people say, yeah, I use it and I pop right up and I have a ton of energy. Me personally, I had somebody give it to me one time, hated it. I agreed with the comments of nope, might help you sleep, but then you don't feel like you can give your best the next day. But hey, now people taking melatonin, they may have an added benefit. Don't know. Everything always seems to be up and down with regards to this is good for you, then it's bad for you. Okay, there is a recall that I need to tell you about. Listen very closely this morning because this may affect you. If you, by chance, eat Friendly's ice cream or Hershey's or other ice cream products, there is a big recall. Dozens of ice cream products nationwide are being recalled because of potentially being contaminated with listeria. Yeah, you might want to check your freezers. Totally Cool Inc. of Owings Mills, Maryland, seized the production and distribution of multiple brands of ice cream products, including Friendly's and Hershey's ice cream cakes, after listeria monocytogens were discovered during the testing. The organism can cause serious and sometimes fatal infections in children, frail or elderly people, and others with weakened immune systems, according to the FDA. Individuals may also experience short-term symptoms such as high fever, severe headache, stiffness, nausea, abdominal pain, and diarrhea. The symptoms may last from days to several weeks, depending on the severity of the illness. The company said the investigation is ongoing and that it's taking preventative actions. Aside from what's listed in the recall, no other Totally Cool Inc. products are impacted and no illnesses have been connected to the recalled product so far. However, consumers who have the product are urged to return it. So if you haven't heard that, please be careful. There's more cub sightings. Have you been seeing the bear running around? So first I heard Baldwin, then I heard Eureka, then I heard Chesterfield, then I heard South County, Sunset Hills, the latest, Arnold. There was a spotting by not only a resident, but Arnold police confirmed that they did in fact see a cub. That little cub is making his way all around our area. They ask you, yes, do take a picture of the cub and then report it to the police so that they know where the sightings are. They're trying to track this little guy down. We've stressed, don't go up, try to approach him, because they always say that if there's a bear cub running around, mama is nearby watching. I'm shocked, though, that nobody has caught a picture of mama bear or any other adult bear running around this baby cub. So have you seen the cub in your area? Beckett was on with us Monday and said that somebody a street over from him in Chesterfield actually saw it. So yeah, kind of crazy. So the bear cub sightings continue in our area, the latest again in Jefferson County, and making his way around. So I don't know. Take a picture and let us know if that happens. Sports news. Because of the crazy weather that we had, the Cardinals have 2 games today. So they've got an afternoon game and they have an evening game. The first pitch today with the Braves at the Cardinals, 12:45. And then there's a game tonight, the Braves and the Cardinals at 6:15. Tomorrow, it will be the Reds coming to town playing our Cardinals. That game will be at 6:45. And a quick note about our former Cardinal, Adam Wainwright. I thought this was pretty cool. You might want to know about this. Adam Wainwright is going to be performing with the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra. How very cool is that? His new country album, by the way, is what a lot of people are raving about. And on February 22nd, Wainwright will perform songs from his new country album at the Stiefel Theater. So mark it on your calendar. Look for tickets. According to the press release, the performance will be a celebration of music, baseball, and Americana. You got to love that. All right, you're up to date in what I think you probably would like to have as news you can use, a little sports news, and again, weather. Nice to be having the weather dropping down. Good morning, Kathleen and Sean, another Kathy. Michelle says, yes, melatonin helped me a bunch, got me through menopause. Interesting. Now that my levels are fixed, I don't need it. Did you wake up groggy, though, and zombie-like? That's what I would like to know. With melatonin, I went to sleep, but was wide awake after 2 hours. Yeah, see, everybody's body chemistry is different. That's Kathleen Morris. Luann, good morning, all. beautiful. Let's see, Rose, thunder, dreary, windy in Sunset Hills. Yeah, let me know where you're watching from, and let me know if you're still experiencing some of the AM storms as I try to get out of here. My dog's still in the closet, so still a little scared out there. Tomorrow, I just want to give you a little heads up. We are going to be doing our show live from the fabulous Ritz-Carlton St. Louis, the exquisite Ritz-Carlton. We are going to be there because we have a really cool collaboration that is starting with the Real Monica Adams team. So when you see some workout Wednesdays in the future or fitness Fridays, they will be filmed at the incredible Ritz-Carlton. So we're going to feature their gym. We're going to feature the spa area. Yesterday, I met this incredible woman who has been there for 25 years as a therapist. And this is really neat. If you need a massage, they do this Red Rocks massage. And they use rocks from Missouri. In fact, they get them from Elephant Rocks. She also told me that they do a black walnut massage, and they have a furniture designer that uses our black walnuts in Missouri and then makes those into like a little stick that they use, kind of like bamboo that sometimes they would use in massages. How cool is that? So they do a lot of these really cool things. And so again, I love spotlighting businesses. They have a reimagination happening of the lobby lounge, and we'll be showing you some renderings of that. My team is excited to go over there and to meet all of those that are in the middle of the process of turning that around. And we're not going to show you, but we might look behind the black curtain and see what's going on. The main thing we're going to do tomorrow is be in the gym, featuring the gym. And instead of me working out, I'm actually going to show our team doing some of the different exercises at that particular gym. So we always talk about these wonderful mobile Monicas that we can do. And if you would like to book us to do our show at your business, it's really simple. You just reach out to me. info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com, as you're seeing on the crawl across the screen, and let's talk about it. Maybe you've got a big event coming up, a festival. Maybe you have a big anniversary. I had a phenomenal meeting last night of something that will be in the works, and I'll tell you about really, really soon. But if you have a creative idea and you say, hey, could your team do this with our business? Let's dream it up, right? So if you dream it, I will make it come to fruition. I like to customize things where it really showcases you. That's what it's about. Yes, I can talk about your business. We used to do, and we still do, testimonials for businesses, but nobody knows your business like you do, the passion that you put behind it. So let's talk. If it's a regular sponsorship, if it's a big one-time or at least kickoff, because a lot of times people have us at their business and then they say, let's keep going. Let's do this again. Like we've done the Vault, right? We've done some incredible makeover shows with the Vault. We've been there a couple times, and they'd like to do more coming up, maybe in the fall, as we do this wonderful makeover from this is where people walk around in life, and did you know you have this potential? I love to physically transform a person, and when they do that, they suddenly want to feel better on the outside. So yeah, we've done makeover shows, we've done festivals, we've done farmers markets, we've done restaurants, you name it. Tomorrow, again, the big Ritz-Carlton show. Can't wait for that. Margaret Ellington, good morning to you. Kelsey is up now, so she's our moderator, and I want you to welcome Kelsey and Ashlyn. Michelle was our moderator for a long time. She's up saying hi to you as well, but you're going to see Kelsey dropping in some links for you. So anytime I'm talking about something, if you don't want to seek it out, that's what my team does for you. Yesterday, Ashlyn and Michelle were running around at the YMCA in South County. We're going to recap what they saw and what is coming to our area now, thanks to the St. Louis Cardinals and Cardinals Care and the Boniface Center, a really beautiful new adaptive sports complex. We'll be talking about that and to get you excited about other things to come. By the way, you see some new people in different promos we run, right? When we have people on set with us, we always love to do a little recap. Well, I want to thank Zach Kimball, our director, one of our directors for the Real Monica Adams Show, putting our latest promo together. Take a look.
The world needs to be more positive.
Yep.
The world, and I'm spreading positivity with my air fresheners. So,
you and I both,
yes.
Sir.
Sadly, I wasn't aware of the Monica Adams Show until recently, and was I missing out?
I'm definitely going to turn this on in the mornings on our TV.
She's helping people to understand their value. She's helping women to transform their lives.
From the minute that we walked in, I felt just really comfortable and at home here.
You are always a ray of sunshine and positivity.
Thank you for what you do. I love this whole thing that you're doing.
It's good news. It's great news. It's uplifting and empowering.
But you were engaged, and I love that. So thank you so much.
All right, what do you think of that one? Oh, new faces or faces hopefully you've seen on the show before. You know, the funny thing was, right as Michelle and I did and that was out at Sunset Overlook, here at my house, there was a huge boom. I wish you could have heard that simultaneously. It was like, oh, boom. So yeah, the storms are not out of here just yet. Trying to move out. These AM storms might still be affecting you this morning. So let Zach know what you thought of that one. They all do some really incredible work, and I want to make sure that we thank them properly because they are hard workers. Between Zach and Michelle and Ashlyn and Kelsey, Lori, George, my team just keeps growing and we just love them. By the way, if you've got a daughter or a son, or maybe you got a niece or nephew or a friend has a child that is thinking about going into our field, the media field, you might want to reach out to me because maybe they could be a future intern, a future part of our team. I've been working a lot with SIUE, and that's where our current interns have come from. And Zach and Hannah are also past SIUE alum, and they are now part of our show, actually employed by us. So Zach, great job. Hannah, great job putting a lot of content together for the show, and then running around and getting that content again was Ashlyn and Michelle yesterday. So Thunder, Dreary, Windy, and Sunset Hills, I'm finding out. Good morning, Julie and Margaret. Good morning to you. Let's see. Michelle says a little groggy from the melatonin. Just needed to take it earlier in the evening. Yeah, it's kind of like drinking tea past noon or coffee past noon. It keeps you up all night. Watching from my bed in Fenton. Thunder here, but no rain. Stephanie, good morning to you. Go to my follow-up visit with my doctor. Can't wait to go to the pool and work out. There you go. Kelsey is up and dropping some things for you that you need this morning. Happy Wednesday from Michelle. Julie, it's clearing up a little in Millstadt. A lot better weather-wise today than yesterday. Did you hear? 103 degrees yesterday. That's just absolutely nuts. Linda, good morning. Jumping on late this morning. Did some cleanup of my pool first. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to go out there yet and see if there's a bunch of debris in mine. Good morning to Gwen. Luann, there we go. She says, great job, Zach. You might have talked about it, but did you ever go to City Foundry STL? Love your moderators. Your team is great. We have not been to the City Foundry. I've been wanting to go. What do you love there? Love it. You have a great team. Heard rain in Imperial, but sun is peeking out. Yeah. Again, we always talk about the light and the brightness that comes after the storms, after the thunder has pulled through. Okay, let me drop in some things for you. So yesterday, our team had a chance to go to the YMCA in South County, and they experienced this incredible new adaptive sports complex that just opened up in the South County area. So Hannah put together a little video for you. Let's take a look.
How do you guys feel about there being a new adaptive park?
A huge thank you to all the people who showed out here today.
Thank you so much for your partnership, and thank you so much for your leadership in the community.
I just wanted to know how you guys feel about, and how the community feels about them opening an adaptive park and giving back to the community.
As a disabled person, I think this is awesome.
Yeah, I think it's awesome too. I mean, this is big.
I'm happy to announce that we have raised over $58 million to date.
How is your ice cream?
Good.
Good?
It's just an amazing landmark that just doesn't exist anymore.
When we found out that Paul Goldschmidt was going to be honored by having this field named after him, we were incredibly proud and so happy. Because a player of such stature on the baseball field, whose stature is only surpassed by his standing in the community and by his stature as a role model, especially to the athletes that would use this adaptive sports complex. So we are so excited that Paul is here with us today.
For me, standing here is just such an honor, and it's crazy to think about. My first baseball game was at a YMCA back in Texas where I grew up. So now to be here, and that's not really the only connection. I used to lift weights in the weight room there when I was in high school back home. In high school, now we used to volunteer with the Miracle League and play with a lot of those players. So now to be standing here and get to have my name on the scoreboard and be honored like this is, for me, it's truly an honor. God has not made mistakes bringing this all together. It's not random. And also just want to say a quick message to all the kids. Like I said, y'all will get to use this field and it'll be so amazing. Remember, I mean, you can accomplish anything. For me, I never thought in a million years I'd be standing here or getting to the big leagues playing for the Cardinals. So obviously enjoy this field and have a great time, but know, if you set your mind and your heart to it, put in the work, you can accomplish anything. As Vince mentioned, we're just so thankful to all the people who, donated time and money and work to put in this field. It truly is amazing. 3, 2, 1.
Here, go Cardinals.
Oh, I love it. And Hannah, great job. She spent a long time last night editing that all up to a nice 2.5-minute package. Isn't that super cool? So if you didn't see any of that on the news, again, it marked the opening of the Y Adaptive Sports Complex on the campus of the YMCA in South County. So now I want you to go by and smile, knowing what kind of energy is going to be on that field to come, right? The complex features, they have a synthetic turf baseball field with barrier-free dugout. Along that, there will also be an accessible field, a walking track, and accessible sensory-rich playground. Now, Michelle and Ashlyn both took some really incredible pictures as we go through and talk about some of this. And again, I appreciate their hard work because they were out there in 103-degree weather taking these pictures yesterday. And how cool for Paul Goldschmidt to be behind this. The Miracle League, by the way, that he was just talking about, it's a nonprofit foundation, and their goal is to provide opportunities for children with disabilities to play baseball. He actually helped with the project to make sure that the field was safely designed and built for children with disabilities. And, he talks about his beginning, and you always look where someone came from and, looking back in the past and just thanking their background and being able to give back as they move forward. So you see the Paul Goldschmidt field. And he talked about the sensory aspect, and that's a really good shot that Michelle took there, talking about learning with Braille. As part of the opening of the complex, the baseball field at the complex, by the way, was named after 2022 NL MVP and St. Louis Cardinal first baseman Paul Goldschmidt. So that's why he was there, along with St. Louis Cardinals Care. You saw Bill DeWitt there, and the kids. I heard from Michelle that the kids were just lit up. You heard some of them being interviewed again by Ashlyn, what that meant to them. But this little exchange that I heard from Michelle, I thought was just absolutely powerful. That kid was out on the field and was just so hot. He didn't want to leave the field, though. And then Michelle ended up, he said, "Can you hold my glove?" And when he did that, he grabbed her hand, and then they ended up walking off the field. And the mother said, "I don't know how you did that," because he wasn't wanting to leave. And she's like, "I don't know." But what a beautiful connection of all that were out there. And again, the community is just so thrilled. Cardinals president of baseball operations, John Mozeliak, was also among those who were in attendance for the really the ribbon cutting is what we want to say it, of all that took place yesterday. Just incredible things to come for the area. And I was so thrilled to see so many people out there in the hot weather. Look at, they're all fanning themselves, but they wanted to be there because this is a huge thing for our community and so many incredible things to come. So thank you to all that came out. Obviously the press there, listening to all that are now a part of what is to come, the Miracle League, and just a lot of the kids that were interviewed. They're excited. And thank you, by the way, again, to the executive director. If you didn't hear her earlier, and Ashlyn, I want to say this. I put Ashlyn, and I just told her, I'm going to throw you right into the fire. And she was so nervous because this is truly her beginning. But look, they went right up and talked with the executive director with the Y. How about that?
I wanted to know what it means for the community and how you feel about creating an adaptive play place for everyone and joining the community together.
Well, it's going to be an amazing spot for youth that they don't have in this area right now. I happen to be from just on the other side of the river, Monroe County, Illinois. So we're really excited because this is going to give us an opportunity to try to pull together a team with the Miracle League and be able to have those young kids coming over and experiencing this and playing on this field. It's just an amazing landmark that just
how cool. Ashlyn, that's a big deal getting Chris Fulford, the executive director with the Y. We also talked to about obviously some kids, Titus and Warren and Brock. Thank you for doing the interview. And then Diane Madras as well, T. Haynes, and so many more that our team had a chance to talk to yesterday. Thank you to Sherry, a dear friend of mine that's with the Y, and she actually works a lot with this program, for inviting us out to come along with the press yesterday. Super cool, right? Go ahead and weigh in and tell me what you think about that. Maybe you've been watching that unfold since the groundbreaking, and maybe you saw some of that in the news, but spread the word that the Y is doing this, because now it really does pull everyone together so that no one feels left out. That's my favorite thing about all of this. Okay, it is 7:25. I promised to bring that to you today. And then we're going to show you some compound moves. Feel free to ask me any questions that you want with regards to your fitness, your health, your wellness. Let's take care of you today.
When I started MyPillow, it was just a problem solution, one product company. Well, since then, with the help of my dedicated employees, we now have hundreds of products, some you might not even know about. To get the word out, we're having a $25 extravaganza. 2-pack multi-use MyPillows, $25. MyPillow sandals, $25. And for the first time ever, our 6-pack towel sets, you guessed it, just $25. Our brand new 4-pack dish towels, $25. And I've never done this before. Premium MyPillows with all new Giza fabric, any size, any loft level, even king size for only $25. And there's so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code for our $25 extravaganza. Order $75 and over. Your entire order ships absolutely free.
Gotta love free, 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 free. I've got discounts for you as well. If you are looking for chemicals for your pool, or you're looking for a pool to be put in, how about this? That nice little water feature that everybody loves, in-ground, above-ground pools, the umbrellas that you need. Maybe you need some Adirondack chairs, or the chemicals. The chemicals right now, they are 10% off, and then 30% off for all those pool toys. You want the little floaties, you want the noodles, your kids want a blow up something to lay on in the water. You don't get them from anywhere else. I want you to support those that support us. I know you're very big on that. The dedication that you show our sponsors, I greatly appreciate. If you don't have a pool, spread the word. But you know what? I said this earlier. You're going over to somebody's house and you want to say, gosh, I'd love to give back to them for inviting us over to their pool. Maybe instead of bringing a bottle of wine or bringing food over, because we'll tell you they already have that taken care of, maybe you bring something that the kids can use and you keep it there at the house. Maybe it's a new toy, or maybe you say, hey, I picked up some shock for you. I want you to go in and support our friends. Again, Adjust Pools and Spas on the West Outer Road in Arnold. Again, they still have some opportunities to put a couple of in-ground pools in for the fall, because a lot of people were on a big back order over the last several years. That could be your backyard. I mean, come on. Don't you just want to dive into that, especially yesterday with 103-degree weather? You literally dream it up and they'll build it for you. Those rock, the sun ledges, the water features, all the beautiful landscaping, Just Pools and Spas. And while you go in there, do me a favor, pick up a raffle ticket between now and July 5th. Purchase those tickets. You could win a 30-foot round above-ground pool with a filter system and a liner. The raffle tickets, they're on sale right now. They're only $20 each. I already have a pool, but I bought a few tickets, because if I win, I'm going to gift that to somebody. The drawing will be July 6th. You do not have to be present for the drawing. 100% of your money raised goes to 2 charities: Find Your Rest Ministries and Tunnels for Towers. So what do you have to lose? You give back 100% to the charities and you could win an above ground pool. All right, it's almost 7:30. I mentioned tomorrow morning we'll be doing our show live from the exquisite Ritz-Carlton in Clayton, Missouri. I cannot wait to tell you about a special that you get to take advantage of when it comes to relaxing the body, right? So maybe you have a massage you've been wanting to get for a while. Liz might be the best massage therapist I've ever had in my life. And now I have a lot of people that ask me, where should I go to get a massage? I used to send them to a guy at Lifetime Fitness. He is now the massage therapist with our St. Louis City SC team. And that's how good he is. So he really can't take a lot of people anymore. So I was back and forth with where would I send them? Now it's her. Liz has been with the Ritz-Carlton for 25 years. And how cool that they're using in those hot stone massages, the rocks from Elephant Rocks. I just think it's the coolest thing. I don't know. Maybe it's me and I'm geeking out about it, but Missouri Red Rocks massage, the Black Walnut massage. I'll talk all about the treatments that they have, and then we'll showcase their gym tomorrow. Super excited to be there. Kathy says Paul Goldschmidt is a class act. No kidding. Julie says, I think it's awesome that he did this for the kids, the Cardinals as a whole, and the YMCA, obviously. Stephanie says that is a wonderful YMCA. Julie, my dermatologist is right by that. I will look when I go in a couple of weeks. Speaking of dermatologist, the best one that I want you to go to is Dr. Sarah Jensen. She's part of our growing list of sponsors. She is with Regional Dermatology, and she starts on Monday in our Ask the Doctor Medical Monday segment. And I'll tell you what, that woman has worked harder than I think any sponsor I have had on yet. She is giving me list of topics that we're going to be covering over the next several months. But the really main thing is she wants to hear from you. What are you concerned about when it comes to your skin? I already have a question that came in from Chris, one of our viewers. And Chris wanted to know, what are the best things to put on your skin as you go out and you're around mosquitoes and ticks and things like that? Really great question, by the way, because she said that she's drawn to, or I should say the ticks and the mosquitoes are drawn to her. Maybe it's something that you're wearing. My husband always says, take the lotions off, take the perfumes off, things like that. But we'll find out and what's best for us from her. But she's got, I mean, seriously, the woman has given me pages and pages of things that she wants to talk about with you starting next Monday. So please welcome her aboard. She's got 2 locations down in Festus, Regional Dermatology, and the new one in Chesterfield. And I already know, I think Julie Fabian already had an appointment that she set up with her. Julie, if you're on, let us know if you've been yet. Because the great thing is she can get you in right away. One of the members of my team, George, said he was going in to see her as well. So I love the fact that my whole thing is when we bring a sponsor on that it works for them, because if you don't see them around anymore, it's because people didn't support them. We need to support those that support us. Let's see, anybody else with questions or comments? Kudos to Ashlyn and Michelle. It goes to both of them, right? Team did an awesome job. Great job, Ashlyn, in the interviews and the filming of the videography. The photography was done by our wonderful Michelle Harmon. We love our sponsors, Kelsey said. Yes, we absolutely do. I need to stop by for a raffle ticket on my way to or from my daughters. You absolutely do. I figured you would have done that already. You absolutely do, Kathleen and everybody else. Okay, there we go. My appointment with Dr. Sarah a week from today. Julie, can't wait to see what you love about her. I mean, she just has the warmest presence. Teen acne, a good topic for Dr. Jensen. We already actually have that on the list, Michelle. You got it. We will cover that for your child and everybody else's child that's out there. Rose, you need a dermatologist? Well, look at that. Here you go. I'm delivering it to you. So my team has put the information, look right above your name, and they are providing it for you. There's 2 locations, Festus and Chesterfield. Which one would be the closest for you? You can do just like Julie did and pick up the phone today. Go ahead and make the appointment because she will get you in right away. Dr. Sarah Jensen. You haven't even met her. Well, maybe you did because she was on the show with us for a little bit a week ago. We did a little introduction with her, but she starts officially on Monday and I just have fallen in love with her. The woman's energy is infectious. And that is thanks to my dear friend, Lindsay Egan, for introducing the 2 of us. Again, that's how it all comes about. If you know someone that you think is a perfect fit for our show, a segment you would love to see on a regular basis on our show, we can customize one that maybe doesn't exist yet, or maybe we have one that they can start taking over because you've seen our iterations of Medical Mondays with Sarah Franco, with Charles Willie, with Sean Neary, all of these wonderful doctors we've had on. I love getting new ones. Crystal, I'm on it. It takes 6 to 9 months at best to get into my dermatologist around here. I know. That is what we've heard. How do you get rid of scars made by someone who had pimples as a teen? Great one, Jillian. Pick them, and a much older adult has scars left. Asking for a friend. Okay, Jillian, there you go. That one, teen acne for Michelle. The What do I wear on my skin when I'm out? Anybody else have things we want to load up? Because I know Dr. Sarah Jensen is smiling if she's watching live right now. If not, her team has been jotting all these down. We will take those all to her and we'll be mixing in all the topics that she wants to talk about as well. Some really incredible ones. We're going to start with, for a lot of people, what does a dermatologist do? Because she was interviewed by a publication in West County, and that's literally what the person asked. Well, what does a dermatologist do? And she's like, well, maybe we need to start with Dermatology 101. You've got some great questions coming in, though, and I'll make sure that she sees those. She might answer you before Monday, but I would like to save a lot of these for Monday morning. Good ones. Good. And Crystal, call. Julie already did. Rose and Crystal, call today to the number that you see on your screen. She will get you in. That's the amazing thing, is she's going to get you in right away because you are a big fan of our show. So excited to do that. By the way, next week, I'd love to see you. Have you made your plans yet? There's still some tickets available for Ruby Lee live in concert. A great majority of my team will be there. Michelle will be there with her husband. Lori's going to be there with her husband. I will be there with my husband. I don't know if my interns will be there. I don't know if Zach and Hannah will be there, but we've got a lot of people. This will be much more of a relaxing, enjoyable one for my team. I'll be up there working on stage, and I hope it won't be oppressively hot. But she will be there performing at 7:30. There's an opening act, so they'll be opening up the doors about 4 o'clock. They'll have an opening act, and then Ruby Lee taking the stage at 7:30. Fireworks will follow, so don't go anywhere after Ruby's done performing for you. And she's super excited to be bringing a brand new look for you. She has literally a custom look that I can't wait for you all to see. I had a sneak peek of it. It was a custom thing that's been made for her. So can't wait to see her come out in that. Again, hope it's not too hot because she's just going to look absolutely beautiful in it. And she's been training hard with me, by the way. You may have seen that. I'll be dropping in some videos. She and I started working out at the Ritz-Carlton about a week and a half ago. And then she's been right here training in my basement, getting ready for not only to see you and training hard, you'll see that svelte look coming in her. She's worked hard. I think she's already dropped. I mean, we've only had 6. I think she's already dropped 5 or 6 pounds, working hard. But the biggest thing is she cleaned up the way she's eating. And when I talk about Wellness Wednesdays, yes, it's about some workouts. And I'm just going to show you a few here that you can incorporate. The big aspect, though, is what are you putting inside of your body? What are you eating? What are you drinking? Do you have hydration around you? I mean, a lot of us like to drink out of a bottle that gives us some inspiration. This one says, today's your opportunity to build the tomorrow you want, right? I love these water bottles. What does yours say? Do you get a little inspiration? Does yours have one of the things where it talks about, you drank a little bit of water, keep going, you got this, almost done. Those things, whatever you need for motivation to get you in the best state. That's very important. So hydration. I drilled that into her head. I talked about the importance of eating breakfast, fueling yourself. I got her to get some meal replacements because she wasn't getting enough food in. I told her the importance of replenishing the body after you do your workout. So proper protein and carbohydrates. When she started putting all of that together, like a lot of my clients, guess what? It works. It's a science behind it. We don't study just for anything. It is to pass the science along to you, but it's also to pass the care along to you because ultimately we want you to get to your goals. And so, yeah, I can't wait for you to see her. Do you have any questions for me? Have anything you're struggling with? If so, we've got about 15 or so minutes left before we wrap up the show. I want to show you what a compound movement looks like. And I just worked out with my clients this morning, so I'm just going to use this as though this is my weight. So multiple things going on in one particular exercise. So if you want to jot these things down, I'll tell you what, I'll take a quick break. I'll give an opportunity for you to grab a pen and a piece of paper or grab your tablet or a phone or a computer, and you can write some of these down. You can remember this part in today's show so you can go back to it and get your workout in right away. One of the things that I want to make sure you always know is the multiple things that we do on this team. So you can hire us for many things. Listen up.
Hi, it's Monica Adams. Thank you so much for following along with The Real Monica Adams Show since we launched back in March. But I wanted to let you know there's so much more that I could do with you, your business, your corporation. Did you know that I'm a motivational speaker all around the world, as well as an MC and an auctioneer? So if you have an event, maybe a nonprofit organization, and you want to book me, just shoot me an email, info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. Personal training, life coaching, and styling as well. info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com.
Yeah, didn't know if you knew that we did all of that. When we launched the brand back in January of last year, it was never to let go of the things that I was doing on the side. It was to bring all of them. And if you hear how I talk, it's we, right? It's my team, because my team together provides these things for you. Okay, compound movements. So think about someone saying, I want to work my legs today. Well, why not use your core, your legs, and maybe even getting a little arm action in? So for those of you that want to, you can do this along with me. I'm not going to go through a full-blown workout. We might do a little bit more of that tomorrow if my team wants to. I might have one person doing legs, one person doing upper body, one person doing core. We can showcase different aspects. Maybe I put myself through something. We'll show you some of that at the Ritz-Carlton tomorrow. We'll show you the massage aspect. For those of you that need a massage, and I went yesterday, the crazy thing was Liz literally had worked everything out. I haven't had range of motion in a long, long time. You know, Dr. Neary's been doing some things from the chiropractic standpoint, but I got so much from yesterday's massage. That is what my body needed. But darn it, if I didn't come down here and show a move to Ruby and her sister, Sandra Grumpy, and my husband's like, you literally are healing. You just got a massage, and then you go down, and sure enough, I pulled my neck again. So there's something in that, but I've been working it out. I've been putting ice on, like Dr. Sean's always telling me, putting ice on, trying to get my range of motion back. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm a little stiff. So when you see me do some of these moves and you're wondering why am I moving around like that, it's because I've been in a lot of pain this morning. I'm trying to get that worked out. Yes, if you just get a massage, you probably shouldn't jump back into our workout right away. But when you work out, getting a massage tonight with my favorite Brooke, Tiny But Mighty. Well, Brooke might be great, but I'll tell you what, I've had a lot of massages and I've never ever had a massage like this woman, Liz. And I'm telling you, I have a lot of people who are always asking me, so I know the body mechanics. This woman, the way she was able to move, she knew what she was doing. 25 years there. I'm just blown away. So if you are struggling, that's the person I want you to go see, Liz at the Ritz-Carlton. Watch, she's going to get, this happened years ago. I sent a ton of people to a place that I used to talk about when I was on my Camo X Health and Fitness show. I literally dubbed the guy, the man with the golden hands. He's in California now, so he's not here any longer. But he got so many people. I'm going to have to give Liz a nickname, and then people can go in and ask for her when they schedule Liz, or we'll have to think of a nickname for her. I told her she was a rock star, Sassy Liz. Okay, so compound moves. You could all say, I want to do squats for the day, right? And you load up your bar and you're just going down, you're doing squats. But why not do something multiple? So compound movements. So if I take my squat and I engage my core, but I want to turn it into something for my upper body as well. Let me open this up for you and show you that when I get done with the part of the squat, why not go up and do a shoulder press? Or why not come up and do a curl? Or why not come up and do an overhead press maybe for my triceps, right? So I could come here and have my hands here with 2 dumbbells in place, go down into my squat, and watch out for the light behind me because you're going to get glared here in just a second. Go down into my squat and then come up and do a press. So let me step back again. So here would be my squat, down into my squat. Let's act like I'm going down so you don't get blinded by the light. Then I'm coming up out of my squat and I'm doing my shoulder press and finish it out. Yes, it's going to be a little bit harder because you're going to have weights in your hand, but most of you would do a squat probably having weights here or having weights down by your side. This is just allowing another movement to take place. So you're getting shoulder work in. Or, as I mentioned, you can have the weights right here by your side. Do your squat. All right, going to get blinded again. Down into my squat. As I come up out of my squat, right here, I start to turn and I do my curl. So when I did Monica's Motivational Moments on KSDK, I would show you, again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, why not give you the most bang for your buck? Why just do your legs when you can get your core working, you can get your arms working? Let's see. Jillian says the hardest thing for me is to find a non-corporate place to get a good quality massage. Go into the Ritz-Carlton, Jillian. You don't have to be a resident there. You don't have to be a guest there, I should say. Anybody can go in. And that's the thing that a lot of people didn't know about my gym. They thought they had to belong to the gym in order to get the massage from John. No, that's the whole thing. I mean, that's why I'm getting ready to do a collaboration with them. You can go in and enjoy that. And that woman said, Liz, she's been there for 25 years. She said it is the most incredible place that she's ever worked. Obviously, she wouldn't be there for 25 years loving what she does if she didn't think it was an incredible place. So I've always loved it. I mean, it's a beautiful place. I can't wait for the lobby lounge, the reimagination of it, because we used to go there for years and dance. They had incredible bands. I hope all that comes back. They had some of the best martinis around, best sushi around. Can't wait to show you where they're putting the bar. They're actually switching it and putting it into the center. Cool things. We're going to show you those renderings, by the way, tomorrow. But let's go back to this. So let's say you want to do, as I said, shoulders. So again, you would go into your squat. Squat, come up, do the press. Maybe that's your way of doing compound work. Or you say, no, I would like to do legs and biceps. Again, squat, come up, do your curl. I mentioned the other one would be, say you want to do legs and triceps together on a particular day. You would do your squat, and then I would have your dumbbell like this up. So this would be the bar part, and then this part would be your side of the dumbbell. You would hold it vertically like this, and you're going to press it up. So I could go into my squat work, have this ready to go behind me, go down into my squat, come up and do my press. The biggest thing with that, though, I want to stress is do not strain in the back, right? You don't want to have this big curve happening. So you pull those hips back, that pelvic tilt, put it in place, engage the core, going down into your squat, and then coming up and doing your press overhead. I'm going to break it down for you. Me personally, I like to do my chest days with normally triceps and shoulders. The next day might do my back and incorporate my biceps and my shoulders. And why do I say that? Because when you're doing your chest movements, your triceps and your shoulders naturally are working. In a pressing day or a push day, you hear a lot of people talk about. The back days are the pull days. Again, I think they just all try to get fancy because I've been a trainer for a long time and we always called it back days, chest days, leg days. Now it's push days, pull days. Whatever, as long as you're moving is what I care about. So I would do splits if you want to write this down. Chest days, I use the triceps. Maybe even do extra little shoulder work, even though they are getting work while you're doing your push-ups or your presses. Okay, your back day, your pull downs, your pull ups, maybe do some extra bicep work. I like to do it afterwards and just burn it out. So you do all of the bigger back exercises. Again, the pull downs, the pull ups, the rowing work, and then add in some biceps, curls, hammer curls, concentration curls, preacher curls, things like that. If you're feeling it in your shoulders, but you haven't worked the rear part of the shoulder, then you do maybe some flies outwards. So there's actually a pec fly machine that you can turn around, and then that way you're holding like this and you're pulling outward. If you're not on a machine, then you take a dumbbell and you can lean over, engaging my core, getting into maybe here's the compound aspect of it. Instead of just folding over and doing my rear delt work, I might actually get into a lunge. So now I'm actually working my legs in what? I'm holding the legs. So do you know the difference between isometric and isotonic? Isometric would be my hold. Isotonic would be my movement. So the isometric hold in my legs, let me back up from the camera a little bit. Here's how I would do something compound without actually moving. Isometric hold in the lunge, engaging the core, and then maybe I lean over and do my rear delt raise. Or maybe I'm in an isometric hold. I'm going to get closer here so you're not into that light. My isometric hold in the lunge, and maybe I do a kickback. So my core's working, my legs are working, and then I do the actual movement. So when we talk about compound, it's putting isometric and isotonic together in that respect. There's a lot of things that can be done to pull this all together for you. Does that all make sense? I never want to go through these and talk trainer talk or scientific talk and have all of you go, I don't understand. It's easier, obviously, when you're in front of me and I'm able to have you as my client, or that I'm in front of you on a stage and showing. But I think a lot of times people enjoyed this when I did it on TV because I was able to give them a lot of aha moments of, oh, yeah, I feel that. And the other part is, do you actually feel it? Or are you just going through the motions? Slow it down, folks. Slow it down. Be more present. Be focused. When we're in a class, I always tell everybody, don't care what Susie's over here doing or Johnny's over here doing. We got to stay in your lane. Care what you're doing. So multiple things can be going on at once, and it's not chaos. It is the body saying, yeah, let's work the core. So today we did multiple moves, or the last part I'll give you before I take a break is supersetting it. So if I say, I want you to go from one exercise to the next without resting, that's our superset. We're putting those together. The other part could be a giant set. I might take 5 exercises and you don't get to rest until you get to that 5th one. I might say, okay, we're going to go over here and we're going to do push-ups. Let's do 12 of them or 15. Maybe you want to do higher. Maybe you do them against a bench so you can do higher repetitions. Maybe when you go to the ground, it's trying to build the strength, but you can do maybe 5, 7, 10. You start to build on the repetition range. I have you go straight from push-ups and turn around and goes right into dips. Well, that's going to burn because why? Remember I told you when we do push days or chest days, our triceps are working. So I get done with my push-ups. I turn right around with no rest, go right into my dips. Get done with my dips. Maybe I do 30 seconds, as many as I can do. I hop onto that bench, go straight into knee pull-in. So I'm working my abdominal wall. I get done with that. I hop up and actually do some endurance work. Maybe I go into squat thrust or burpees, or maybe I just stand in place and do jump squats. Okay. And then I come out of that and I hop onto a fitness ball and I do some ab work, maybe some crunches on a fitness ball. Those are 5 exercises that I just chose that quickly in my brain. You come up with, oh, yeah, I would like to do back work and move quickly between back and bicep and shoulders and then a couple abs. It doesn't matter, but it's one right after another. I like those kind of days, superset days, giant set days, compound movement days. Yes, to some of you, it sounds like, well, that sounds too hard for me. Maybe you're not ready for that. If you have never been trained by a trainer who truly cares about you making changes, I would highly recommend that you reach out to me. If I can't take you on, I can definitely, there's not a lot of people in town that I think are great at what they do in this particular field. But there are a handful that if I can't take you on, you can't become part of one of my classes or semi-private, half private, private training, I will guide you to a person, man or woman. And a lot of times people have a preference. That kind of goes into massages also, right? You have a preference of a male or a female therapist. I like both. All I care about is someone can do a deep tissue massage. And when they do it with hot stones, that's it for me. It's like, yeah, I'll be here forever. So if you have a preference for a man training you or a woman training you, I've got that for you. Just, again, I give it to you all the time. Let me put it back up here. Reach out to me, email me. If you've got ideas for topics or guests, you have a guest that we've had on that you would like to see a follow-up on, please let this be that you are the extra member of the team. I've told you about our incredible team that I absolutely love, but you are a big part of that as well. You show up every morning. You share this show. You tell everybody, hey, Monica gives you the mental, physical, spiritual part of what you need in life. You share that, you follow our live stream on all of our different platforms. You share with us things that you would like to see coming in the future. You're a big part of this. The success of the show is thanks to you, and thanks again to our growing list of sponsors. We couldn't do it without all of you together. And I, from the bottom of my heart, greatly appreciate that. That's the real side of me saying it means the world to me that you've been here with us since really March of last year when we started doing those little 5-minute, then 5-minute. I had like 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening. That's how it started. June, we started on set, and it's just grown and grown from there. The Mobile Monicas started in January of last year, and those have been packed on Thursdays ever since. By the way, it doesn't have to be on a Thursday. I was asked that last night. I am talking about booking one in August with a meeting that I had last night and hopefully a long-term thing that we're discussing. They don't have to be on Thursdays, and they don't have to be during this regular morning show. You have seen us do lunchtime shows. You've seen us do happy hour shows. We did that sunset evening show. We've done an artisan and farmers market on the weekend. So there's a lot of things in this mission of spreading kindness and shining that spotlight on incredible people and incredible businesses. So let's do that for you. Just to let me know. Email me again, info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. So if you didn't see the beginning of the show, we showed you our latest promo. I'm super proud of Zach Kimball. I want you to see it again. Congratulations to Zach, to Hannah for putting that wonderful package together about the YMCA, for Michelle and Ashlyn for running around and getting all of the footage yesterday from the new YMCA Adaptive Sports Complex. How exciting is it for them, and for Paul Goldschmidt and the dream that he had with the St. Louis Cardinals and the Cardinals Care. Just thank you to everyone that helps to put together again, all the wonderful things that are happening in our community. And this was one of them that we really thought that you would like to know. So thank you to Hannah and Ashlyn and Michelle for putting this all together for you. And just excited for really what is to come. And so that everybody, one of the biggest things I want in the world is that everybody feels connected and they feel that they are part of something bigger, that they're not missing out on life. And that's exactly what has been provided to you by the YMCA. So thanks to my team for putting that together for you. And as I mentioned, if you didn't get a chance to see the promo at the very beginning, take a look at this and we'll wrap up the show next.
The world needs to be more positive. Yep. You know, the world, and I'm spreading positivity with my air fresheners. So,
you and I both, sir.
Sadly, I wasn't aware of the Monica Adams show until recently, and was I missing out?
I'm definitely going to turn this on in the mornings on our TV.
She's helping people to understand their value. She's helping women to transform their lives.
From the minute that we walked in, I felt just really comfortable and at home here.
You are always a ray of sunshine and positivity.
Thank you for what you do. I love this whole thing that you're doing.
It's good news. It's great news. It's uplifting and empowering.
But you were engaged, and I love that. So thank you so much.
It just makes me laugh. The reason we were saying that, by the way, if you want to know the background, we were sitting there doing a site test at Sunset Overlook before we had our live show and enjoying a wonderful bottle of Quilt wine, which is from the Quintessa winery. And we had lunch out there. And all of a sudden, this train from just off in the distance, the horn went off and we were like, oh, it's time to kick off the show. So that's where that came from. Obviously, Zach loved it and wanted to put that into that. What about an allergist? Oh, good one, Julie. Mm-hmm. It's my allergist, not dermatologist. Okay, not sure what she's saying there, but looking into an allergist. All right, you got it. Anybody else before I wrap up? What you have accomplished is remarkable. What my team has accomplished is remarkable. Thank you, Diane, and I love that you have always been here to support us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Marilyn, thank you, Monica, and the incredible team you formed. Right? They're so talented, and I could not do this without all of them. I'm going to be introducing you. I'm excited about this. Let me get closer to the screen here. I'm on my knees right now because I lost my fitness ball. My friend Todd Michaels, who worked with me, and some of you might remember him. He used to do Wound Up with Todd Michaels on WIL back in the early 2000 time period, I believe is when I think we decided that's when we worked together. 24 years ago, maybe. We'll find out. Anyway, Todd wants to interview me. What do you all think about that? So my friend who's known me for a long, long time wants to have me sit in the blue chair, and he wants to interview me so that you can really get to know the real Monica Adams. He wants to do that next Tuesday. We have Medical Monday with Dr. Sarah Jensen, who a lot of you are evidently going to be going to, with regional dermatology. She'll be talking about the questions that you have. She'll answer those. And then she'll talk about some of the great topics that she's come up with for me. And then on Tuesday, we're going to have a little Latin music. I'm excited to talk about somebody that we met a couple of weeks ago, I guess, Michelle and I were out in Augusta, Missouri, and then we went to Marthasville and went to Lake Creek Winery. And while we were there, we heard the most amazing music that took us to our days in Cabo, which we'll be going to very soon. Again, he is coming in. His name is Mauricio Villanueva. I hope I'm getting his name right. Mauricio Villanueva. We're going to talk about some incredible things that he's doing. And his wife, by the way, is involved in the arts. They moved here and they're giving back to the community. I'll show you some places where you'll get a chance to go and see him and support him. But trust me, you are going to be up and you're going to be dancing. Maybe you'll dance in your chair or you're going to be standing up. His music is incredible. So he'll be performing for us and telling us what he's up to. But Todd then wants to take half of the hour and interview me. As long as you all want that, because he'll be in the white chair, I'll be in the blue chair. Missy, hidradenitis for dermatologist. I don't know. You all having your own conversation here, and they're probably connected to each other, but they don't show that way on my screen. Marilyn says, love it. Love the idea of Todd interviewing me. Okay, great idea. Crystal says that sounds fun. Terry says that sounds great. Would love to see Todd interview you. Okay, it's going to happen. I was texting with him last night. Yes. All right, everybody's saying yes. You got it. Okay, everybody, that's what's going to take place then. Next week, that's what we'll be doing. Tomorrow, again, tune in, a really cool show from the fabulous, exquisite Ritz-Carlton. Okay, yes, Julie says, get interviewed. He said he won't embarrass me, and I said, look, I'm not hiding anything. I'll just sit there, and you just ask away, and he'll share things that I guess he has loved about our friendship over the years. So that's coming up for you next week. But again, don't forget, Thursday, tomorrow, we have the big interview, we've got an interview with a woman from the Ritz-Carlton. She'll be joining me. And then on Monday and Tuesday, I told you what's coming up. On Friday, I'm excited for this. Gordon Ramsay, his Ramsay's Kitchen, they're going to have a grand opening. I'm going to that Friday night. Look for some reels and stories from me over the weekend as I showcase. I don't know if he's coming in town or not. I hope so. Maybe we'll get a chance to meet him. No interviews, I was told, but maybe he'll be there. I'll showcase that a little bit Friday morning. And then maybe we'll have another little workout segment with you. This is all about fitness this week. Again, the triangle of life theory. You should know it by now if you have followed me this long. It's all about combining mental, physical, spiritual, and walking around a balanced person. We're going to have a little fun this afternoon. I'm going to find out about Cabo from Chuck Gillentine. We've got the Wet Your Whistle Wednesday coming up, and we're going to feature a 2022 Paso Robles Cabernet Sauvignon from Defiance Ridge Vineyard. So why don't you toast with us? We're going to have a fun segment, and I'm going to have him catch me up on all the things about Cabo because he just returned. Anything you'd ever like us to show on Wet Your Whistle Wednesday, or maybe you have a business that you'd like for me to feature on Wet Your Whistle Wednesday, just reach out to me and let me know. Stephanie says, wow, I love Gordon Ramsay. Yeah, he's got a restaurant. If you didn't know, it's at the fabulous Four Seasons downtown. It used to be Cielo with... what was it before that? I forget what it was before, but yeah, it's just a beautiful place and it overlooks right there by the pool. So if you've not been yet, I went and had a drink. I haven't eaten his food yet. So I'm looking forward to eating the food, and he's supposed to be a great chef, right? It better be really good food that we're delivering here in the St. Louis area. So yeah, pretty cool things to come for sure. Always something new, exciting. We laugh together, we cry together, we get aha moments together. Overall, the biggest thing we try to do together is change the world with kindness. I'll see you this afternoon at 4:00, and if not, tomorrow morning at the Ritz-Carlton. Have a beautiful day.